Today we analyze how to compute specific gravity of fuel. A fuel oil service tank contains 20,000 liters of fuel with a specific gravity of 0.89 and an additional 15,000 liters of fuel oil with a specific gravity of 0.93 is loaded into the tank. So we now have an existing fuel oil inside your fuel oil service tank, and we have a diagram here. Let's say you have a 20,000 liter of fuel oil, 20,000 liters, right? Existing, okay, with a 0.89 specific gravity, and then you add, let's say this one, a new fuel oil loaded to your service tank, fuel oil, and with having and it has 0.93 specific gravity. That's 15,000 liters. Okay, so the question is, what is the new specific gravity of the fuel oil mixture? Assuming that these two, both the old and the new one, mix together inside the fuel oil tank. So naturally, you will have a new specific gravity. How do we find the new specific gravity? So the formula for that is new specific gravity, Sg, okay, is equals to V1 multiplied to Sg1 add to V2, okay, multiply it to Sg2. Then what do we do next is we divide it to V1 plus V2 over V1 plus V2. So let's analyze in the question, where is V1? What is Sg1 there? What is Sg2 there? What is V2 there? Okay. And then when we read, there is an old existing 20,000 liter of fuel oil. That 20,000 liter is your V1. Okay, and it has a specific gravity of 0.89. That will be your Sg1. An additional 15,000 liters, it means it's new, it's the new one, that will serve as your V2. With an accompanying 0.93 specific gravity for the new oil, okay, that is Sg2. Okay. Now we compute again. We now know what is the value of V1, V2, Sg1, and Sg2. Now we write again, new specific gravity equals V1 is 20,000 liters. Okay, 20,000. By the way, I forgot to put this parenthesis. Okay, 20,000 liters, right? You multiply it to its own specific gravity. Okay, then V2, which is 15,000 liters, multiply it to its specific gravity of 0.93, which is Sg2, okay, over V1 again, which is 20,000 liters, add it to V2, which is 15,000 liters. Okay? Oh, these are in liters. Now, new specific gravity, 20,000 liters, you multiply it to 0.89. Ito yon. Oh, this one, yun, ano? Okay. That would give you 17,800 liters. 17,800 liters. Alright? Then we add it to V2 and SG2, but we find first V2 and SG2, okay? So, what we do, 15,000 liters, multiply it to 0.93, and what do you get? You get 13,950 liters over, add V1 and B2, you get 35,000 liters. Ito yun. Yan yun. Ayan. Okay? Let's erase it. Now, new specific gravity, 17,800. Oh, this one. Add to 13,950 liters will give you 31,750 liters. Then, 35,000 sa baba. Alright? Liters. Now, we write again, new SG. Okay? What do? We divide 31,750 liters. We divide that to 35,000 liters. And what do you get? You get 0.9071. That will be your new specific gravity for the existing 20,000 liters with 0.89 specific gravity and 15,000 liters, which is the new one, the new fuel oil loaded, with 0.93 specific gravity. So when they mix, you get a new specific gravity of 0.9071.